Hi, Amanda. Thanks for being here. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite sayings. It's a known Annaism, and it's don't serve steak to vegans. Now, what do I mean when I say don't serve steak to vegans? For us as presenters, it's really important that we know the audience that we are going to be serving and that the content that we're talking about is relevant to your audience. So, for example, if you're a chef and you have prepared that perfectly cut marbled piece of Wagyu beef that was been flown straight from Japan. You've seared it perfectly. It's just the most beautiful cut of meat that you've ever prepared. And you're serving it to a vegan. It's not going to have the same results as you were hoping, would it? So you've potentially just wasted your time. You've just wasted your resources. And you potentially have really offended the person across the table from you. And so for us as presenters, for us as facilitators, knowing who our audience is, seeing through the eyes of the audience of what are some of the things that is really relevant for them is really, really important. We need to know who our audience is, and we need to anticipate their needs. The other part of this that is really important is by the time most of us get to where we're sharing information with other people, we have years of expertise, you've become an expert in your field, and you have so much information that you want to share and that you want to give. For us as attendee members, most of the time when you go to any given seminar, when you go to any given classroom, when you go to any given program, you only retain a couple of bits of information that is relevant to you. Information overload is a real thing. And so as you're preparing for a class, as you're preparing for your program, for you as a facilitator, identify 2, maybe 3 key points or key gems of information that you base your entire program around. So think about the fact that if nothing else, if they forget everything that I've told them, I really want to make sure that they walk away with these 3 points or these 2 points, depending on how much time you have. And then how do I create exercises and activities to support those 2 or 3 points? The reality is that if we look at it from the fact of I need to make sure as a facilitator that when my attendees leave, these 2 or 3 points, they're not only going to understand, they're going to embrace, but they're going to be able to explain that information to somebody else. I know that once that transfer of information has happened, that my job as a facilitator has been done. The other importance of really anticipating the needs of your audience is the information that's the most relevant is the ones that is directly applicable to my life. So for example, think about yourself. Anytime you've had any feedback and you've learned a new skill, when it's been the most effective for you is when you've directly applied it to your life. So whether it's helped you make more money in your profession, whether it's been, I tried to do a new, exercise routine and it's really helping me, whether it's, whatever the professional recommendation is, it needs to be personally relevant. So the more that you can anticipate the needs from a human to human connection with your audience and really make sure that you understand their needs and prepare activities and information to be geared towards that, you're going to have the most success with not serving steak to vegans. If this was at all helpful, please subscribe below and I'll